Welcome back, everybody. It's been a minute, but we decided to come back and do a really quick review. Had a lot of people asking, so I figured we'd get right into this. Before we get started, I am Patrick Dempsey, online sneakergrandpa.com, on Instagram at sneakergrandpa. I have here with me, as always, my OG influencer expert. Let y'all introduce yourselves, please. Vivi?
Hello, hi, I'm Vivian and I'm 9.5 years old. I've been into sneakers since I was 3.
Okay. Georgia?
Hi, I'm Georgia and I'm 7 years old. And I've been into sneakers since I was 4.
Okay, cool. Well, we've kind of talked about it here, but so March, of course, is Air Max month, which in the end is basically a made-up marketing holiday by Nike. But I'd have to say it's a very successful one because some of these heritage Nike releases have really made a comeback, and they've made a big push to get a lot of these pairs out, make them exclusive, and then maybe like the anniversary one. Air Max 1 blue and red pair, just keep rolling them out throughout the year, but do special packaging. But anyway, it's been successful for the last several years now, in particular probably the last 2 or 3. We've got a few pairs here that we want to look at that have been more or less part of that. One I want to start with is the Air Max 270, which people are familiar with. It's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle. I feel like Nike has put out a bunch of releases, different colorways of these. I had kind of been apprehensive about jumping into them, partly just because it was a new model. I wasn't sure if I even want to mess with it. Too, there were so many other releases coming out that I just figured I'll wait. So finally decided to pull the trigger on this pair. I think they're calling it the Tiger pair or something, but wore them actually for 2 days in a row. I guess that kind of lets you know how I feel about them. Really cool pair. I guess the story behind it is sort of as if the 180 and the 360, they kind of put this in the lineage of the shoe, sort of backtracking back years ago, that this would have been the 270 for the 270-degree air bubble. Interesting story. Overall, really cool shoe. I actually thought it was really, really comfortable. It's really light. It's got the sort of the mesh upper that's really, really breathable and stretchable. It's got the laces, but really aren't that necessary because this is basically just a sock liner. And then, of course, the sort of the highlight is this bubble, which is huge. And the bubble, actually, Georgia, you were pointing out yesterday, or Vivi, one of y'all was, where it basically is one piece and becomes the heel cup as well. The one thing I would say is that people, I kept seeing so many people saying to size up half on these, and I actually did. And in the end, I feel like I could have probably gone true to size. I usually have problems with pairs being a little bit narrow, but these I didn't really have any issues with them, so I was able to pull them off with some thicker socks, but I really feel like I personally could have gone true to size. But that's something that kind of comes up too, is one of the questions I kind of really try and shy away from, and that kind of not irritate me, but just not something I feel comfortable answering, is how do these fit? Because I don't know what your foot's like. I don't know what your foot's like compared to my foot. We could both wear the same size, but you like your fit different. I like my foot different. My right foot's slightly wider than my left foot. Some things irritate me, so who knows? But anyway, get that out there. So girls, what did y'all think of these? You like them?
Yeah, I like how the air bubble part is pink. It's not usually pink. It's usually just clear.
Yeah. What about you, Viv?
Aren't your feet usually narrow?
My feet?
Yeah.
Not my feet, no.
My feet are way smaller compared to yours.
My feet are pretty average, I would think, except my right foot, just toward the front up here, is just slightly wider. So if the shoe's tight anywhere in here, it will squeeze my foot and I can't pull it off. So, but I thought this was a cool shoe. What, do y'all like them?
Yeah.
Can you see them in some different colors? Be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 Nike symbols. One is pink, one is black, and the other one's black. But they're really tiny. They're usually bigger than that.
Yeah, there's a lot of swooshes everywhere.
Yeah.
I usually have the problem where one foot is a whole half size bigger than other,
Yeah?
so I have to get like a bigger size.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move to the next one real quick. So, one of the big collaborators with Nike in the past has been Atmos, who's based out of Japan, out of Tokyo. And they've done some really wild pairs before, and the Air Max, the lineage Air Max, sort of Air Max 1, 95, 97s have always been big in Japan. even though they've kind of had more of a resurgence here recently in the U.S. So one of the pairs that they were popular for and sort of reworked was the Air Max 1 and Air Max 97. It's called the Animal Pack. So this right here is the Animal Pack. It's got all pony hair all the way around. It's got how many different animal textures on there? What do y'all see?
It's
Four.
like
Wait, no, 5.
a
There's 5.
panther skin, a tiger skin,
Leopard.
a zebra skin, and horse skin.
Leopard skin.
Doesn't smell
What do you
that
think's
good.
on the tongue? What is that?
Cow.
Is that like a cow? Or maybe a giraffe? I don't know.
I think it's horse skin.
That's probably giraffe.
No, it's horse skin.
What do y'all think? These are pretty wild, aren't they?
Yeah, and then oh no, that's giraffe skin because it's got like some white.
Yeah. It also came with 3 other pairs of laces. It came laced with the black, but it's got the green, the red, and the white. What do y'all think would look cool on here?
And the
maybe
air
the-
bubble is green.
Yeah, so it's got a green air bubble, got the gum sole, and then it's got the red swoosh. So that's where these two come in, and then the white, of course, would be to touch those off, set that off. What do y'all think?
Yeah, they're cool.
I like
They're cool?
So this is horse skin. This is horse fur.
No. This and where's the horse skin?
Horse skin. There's no horse. I said horse hair. It's just
Oh.
this type of fur.
So they colored horsehair?
No, it's like
It's just a term to describe what it is. I've seen somewhere, someone post somewhere that maybe it is real fur. I'm not completely sure. Either way, this is a wild shoe. We were lucky to get these for retail, so luckily, thank you to Lapstone and Hammer, took care of us on these. Really, really cool shoe. What do y'all think?
I like them.
I like.
Did you
them
see me
more.
wearing these?
Yes.
Yeah?
Maybe with shorts or jeans, I don't know.
All right.
Maybe if you were going on like a safari trip.
On a safari? Yeah, I go on a lot of safaris. So let's see.
One of the dudes in
tongue is-
Jumanji should have worn those.
Jumanji, that would have been perfect for Jumanji. All right, so last one, and these are the ones we were just looking at a second ago. This is the Sean Wotherspoon Air Max 97, 90 Air Max 1. So what do you see? What was the first thing you saw when you saw it, Vivi?
Bullet.
Silver bullet, right. So the upper is the upper of the Air Max 97, which was a silver bullet. But the midsole and the sole are from the Air Max 1, which we know from the red and white and blue and white pairs. We've seen those before, actually from this pair right here. So that's the Air Max 1. See, it's got that midsole and sole, but then the upper is the Air Max 97. So this was part of a contest that Nike held last year where they let certain people design their own shoes and then let everybody vote on them, and this is the one that ultimately won. So then they ended up making it and producing it for everybody to be able to buy this year. What were you going to say, Viv?
I was gonna say what you were just gonna say.
What?
That the person designed them and won the contest with them.
Yeah.
Oh, and this thing on the tongue actually comes off.
Yeah, it's got
And
a lot of
it's
cool
like-
details. So one, of course, is that it's all corduroy. It's sort of based on some corduroy hats. Just leave it, George.
Okay.
That were popular during the 80s. And then also corduroy shorts and other stuff. On the inside, also, all of this is a velour liner. And
Like
the
shiny. It's kind of shiny.
yeah, and then also the the insole, it's got the smiley face,
What you have on your shirt.
which I have on my shirt, and also has the velour. So also, again, Georgia, multiple
Yep.
swooshes. So what's interesting is that these two pairs were both pretty limited. Got them both for retail, which I'm thankful for. But this pair was actually way more limited than this pair. But in the end, I think this pair is outselling this pair. These are still going pretty well for over retail, but these are the ones that everybody wants. So even though there are more pairs, so that's interesting that even though supply was there for those more so than these, they were both still hard to get and these seem to be a little bit more popular. So lucky, like I said, to get those for retail, not paying resale. We don't pay resale for anything really. If it's retail, we get it. If not, move along. So what are y'all's thoughts? What do you think between these 3 shoes? Georgia, which one would you pick?
It's kind of hard to decide. I think I would choose the Safari, the Silver Bullet, and the orange one.
Well, that's all 3 of them. But if you had to pick one, what would it be, Georgia, and why?
The orange one because the bottom is pink, and that's my favorite color.
Yeah. And you, Vivi?
The air bubble ones. The orange ones.
These?
Yeah,
The
I
270?
think they just look cool, and I want to see if they actually are 270 degrees on the air bubble. Because I
Okay.
have a what's it called?
Microscope.
No, I have one of those. What's it called that you measure angles with?
Protractor?
Yes, I have a protractor.
Where?
My binder.
So one other thing I would say on these is, again, going back to the sizings, I saw everybody out there saying to go down half size on these because they tend to run a little big. And in the end, I ended up going true to size and they fit fine. So, you know, I don't know what that tells everybody, but the whole idea of asking everybody what sizing is and assuming that their size works for you kind of defeats that purpose. So anyway, that's all we have for this week. We thank you for joining us, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comments, either on Instagram or on here. Thank you again. We ask that you please subscribe or like. And Georgia?
Comment down if you like this video.
Bye.
Have a protractor.
Bye.
Bye.